thank Madam Minister of Foreign Affairs of Canada for her statement. I now give the floor to Her Excellency Dubravka Suica, European Commissioner for the Mediterranean of the European Union.
Excellencies, dear Secretary General, we salute the historic initiative of United Nations and France and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to convene this conference. The European Union is fully committed to achieving lasting peace in the Middle East region, our immediate neighborhood. We support the two-state solution in accordance with international law. We want to see Israel and Palestine living side by side in peace and security within recognized borders. Let me first address the situation in Gaza. Since the 7th October terrorist attacks on Israel, the world has been witnessing an unprecedented tragedy. The European Union continues to call for a ceasefire, the release of all hostages, a swift flow of humanitarian aid, and disarmament of Hamas. We appreciate the mediation activities from Egypt and United States and Qatar. We are also acting. The European Union has committed, or we have provided, 500 million euro of humanitarian aid since 2023. But this is not enough. European Union agreement with Israel on humanitarian access to Gaza was an important step, but it needs to be fully implemented. Israel should lift its blockade on Gaza. Not only do we need more trucks, more crossing points, and more fuel, we also need a safe and unhindered distribution. My second message is we must support the Palestinian Authority. The two-state solution can only be achieved with a reformed and revitalized Palestinian Authority. We have been a long-term partner in delivering concrete and wide-ranging support to the Palestinian Authority and its reform agenda. I am pleased to inform you today that the Palestinian Authority has already delivered on key milestones. We welcome the announcement of presidential and general elections within a year across Palestinian territory, and for that purpose passing the expected party law. On my end, I'm proud to underscore that the European Union will support the Palestinian Authority to the level of 1.6 billion euro for next 3 years. In June, we already disbursed 202 million euro for food, salaries, and hospitals, also linked to structural reforms. 2 weeks ago, the European Investment Bank has approved 400 million euro in loans. This will benefit Palestinians, entrepreneurs, and private business in dire need of liquidity. But the needs are vast. We need to do more. I'm therefore calling on all of you to join our efforts in providing reform-based and at-scale support to the Palestinian Authority. To facilitate this task, I'm currently working to set up a Palestinian donor group where financial support can be coordinated. It will happen soon. When speaking about support to the Palestinian Authority, Israeli cooperation is crucial. The release of withheld funds and the regular and predictable transfer of clearance revenues by Israel is imperative. In the absence of these urgent payments, the Palestinian Authority risks being effectively paralyzed within a few months. We will continue to work with Israel for that purpose. We also need to look ahead and think about reconstruction. We are ready to provide further assistance when conditions are met, and we welcome efforts in this direction of the Arab Plan for Gaza reconstruction. We stand ready to facilitate discussions on the day after the ceasefire. We could do this with our partners. Let me reiterate, the only horizon is political, and it is two-state solution. Recognition of a Palestinian state is not a prerogative of the European Union, but of its member states. But we will continue to support the Palestinian Authority in its ambition to exert the abilities of a state. There should be no impunity to settlers' violence against Palestinian civilians. We have sanctioned violent settlers twice, and we are examining a third package of sanctions. Alongside a Palestinian state, we need a safe state of Israel. There can be no compromise on this. Terrorism cannot prevail. Hamas must be fully disarmed and cannot be part of any solution in Gaza. The European Union has welcomed the Abraham Accords as a positive development for regional stability and cooperation. Concrete commitments to regional integration and the regional security architecture are part of the unprecedented peace package that the European Union and the Arab League have co-chaired in the context of this conference. Civil society should be fully associated, as it has a fundamental role to shape a new narrative, to fight incitement and promote dialogue. We need also to hear the voice of women. The European Union is working in support of these efforts. Dear Excellencies, this conference is about taking concrete steps forward. In fact, there is already a follow-up mechanism in place to implement the concrete action agenda, the Global Alliance for the Implementation of the Two-State Solution. And we should mandate the Global Alliance to do so. The European Union remains available and ready as a neighbor and as a major partner to both Israel and the Palestinian Authority to work actively to end the war and towards the two-state solution. Thank you so much.